Okay, guys, we are live. For those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Because this evening, you see, we are playing the next session 17, 16? 16, I think, of our ongoing campaign playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition. We are playing through, I forgot to get the box set again, the Carl Sargent's classic Night Below campaign. And with me tonight are the stars of the Night Below campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I'm playing Dorman Kettleborn, the No Militant Wizard Smuggler. That's
Awesome.
the thief wizard for those of you who don't know.
Yes, and newly minted 2nd level, I know. 2nd level in both classes, pretty badass. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Calidor, and he's a dancer, or a fighter thief, if you care about the rules.
And what are you drinking tonight, Jeff?
Oh, I'm drinking some Long Branch Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Wow, look at that. Pretty
Very tasty.
impressive. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Bergour. He is a dwarf fighter.
Nice. And next up is Steve-O.
Yo, I'm Steve-O, and I'm playing Rilligo, the half-elf bard.
Are you rhyming?
Rapping.
Yo, I'm
Nice.
Steve-O, and I'm playing Rilligo.
I saw you just go diving for a bottle there too, Steve. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, yeah, right. I'm drinking Apothecary White this evening.
Wow.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Nice. And last but not least is Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm playing Druin, Axebrother, fighter cleric of Clankadin. And I was drinking Crown Royal tonight, but that became really lame when I saw what Jeff was drinking, so I bumped it up. Knob Creek. Small batch.
Ooh, nice.
Cheers.
All right. So
And this
then,
is stainless steel chainmail for everyone who's wondering. It's 44 pounds and it's fucking heavy.
yes, Dave does
It's
nothing
gorgeous.
but play in character. For those of us who are watching live too, we apologize for the late start to the session. We ended up bullshitting a little bit at the outset, so forgive us for the late. I guess by which I mean forgive me, because I was the one who was holding everything up. So sorry. But tonight we are picking up where we left off on Wednesday. So Wednesday's session, what happened then, guys? And I was reminded of something that I used to do too. So we know that there is a pool of Astonishing Fortune equal to the number of players to start with. If someone does a summary for me, I will grant another point of Astonishing Fortune into that pool. So who wants to tell us?
How about if I randomly try to tell you what happened and it's totally wrong because I wasn't there? Do we still get like partial points or something?
Yeah, you will not get partial points.
Okay, then we won't do that. Somebody who was there can say it.
No, so it was a downtime session. Basically, we everybody interacted with their trainer, got trained up, got new hit points and new class abilities and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Also found out that all of the trainers have desires, things that they would like worked on,
Yep.
some of which are complementary, some of which are not.
Yeah.
So there is strife within
Mhm.
the leveled characters of Milborn and
Mhm.
Heronshire.
And in some cases, against, and I didn't actually do this on purpose, but it was after the fact, after I'd written the kind of trainer quests, that I realized that, like, oh shit, Jeff's got cross purposes in quests.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I intended that.
Of course.
So then, yes, that's largely what we did. And then the last thing you guys had been asking about, let's move ourselves over to the map of Milborn, actually. Oh shit, fuck. Wrong button. Whoopsies. Okay, get rid of you. Boom. Copy. Because there is one other thing we need to do here. I guess I don't need to be on that map for this. But what's happened is in the day, so the day when Dorman gets back would have been the evening of the 14th of Wheelson. And this wraps up 17 days of training that you've gone through. And Dave, you trained with both the cleric and the let's see here. And the fighter.
Rendemus is the fighter,
Cleric of St.
and
Cuthbert.
cleric
Samheist.
is
Samheist.
Semheis, yeah. So the two things that when you were training with the fighter, I'm sorry, with Rendemus. Rendemus, you may remember, is one of the members of the Watch for Milborn. It's he and his son effectively, do the nitty gritty work. That's Rendemus there, and they report to what's his name, Gerald.
Gerald.
And then Semheis is right here. Boom. So, what... Yeah, what the fighter had indicated was, or what Rendemus had indicated, is that there's a guy in town who you have not met actually yet, because he travels up and down the Churnet River, and that is Captain Darinar Deeds. This is Captain Deeds here. Captain Deeds, at least as far as Rendemus is concerned, is a rogue and a scoundrel and a smuggler who is apparently, he thinks, involved with some kind of smuggling activity related to the mines in the Blind Ride Hills. The mines that Lord Carmen, or Lord Carmen? Yeah, Darius Carmen owns. But he doesn't have proof yet. If you can find proof that Captain Deeds is behind the smuggling, or proof of his smuggling, then you get a discount of half off your next level of training.
Yeah.
Let me guess. John's got to try and train with him.
I already did.
Did already.
Yeah.
And then...
All right. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
We
Well,
don't speak of those deeds.
it's like Fight Club.
Yeah. And what what's his name? Semheis wants is for you to spend a week providing ministrations to the folks in Harbison.
Harleton? Okay.
Yeah, if you do that, because Semheis is finding himself, especially in the summertime, with so many people, wanting crops blessed and things like that. He's quite busy at this time of year. In addition to sort of providing services for people who live in town and people who are passing through. St. Cuthbert is, Cuthbert of the Cudgel. He does have some martial tasks as well, too, to make sure that people are safe. He doesn't have time to go down to Harbison, and you may remember that it was normally that priest of Farlon who would stop in Harleton to provide the annual, people getting married or things like that, blessings for children. Semheis is not sure he's going to be able to make that commitment and make his way down there. And what his thought is if you can spend time with that community, that's better than nothing, and they will see that as, a blessing from a god is better than a blessing from no god. And if you really want to sell the value in that over the priest of Farlon, in times of strife, who do you want? A god who is about traveling and running, or do you want a god who's about defeating enemies?
Yep. Druin's not done any marriages before, but I'm sure there's a way to spin a positive. Maybe the whole preparing them for a lifelong battle was not the right approach. I'll have to seek out the guidance of the teachings I've learned in the past to come up with a more applicable reason for them to join in matrimony under the eyes of the glorious Clangadin Silverbeard.
Okay. So I'm just going to move our map down here a bit, guys. So you guys were talking about heading back. You had requested that some redoubts be built that could be torn down and transported. You also purchased some, or at least some of you guys purchased some fire arrows as well too, to be able to use. So, has everyone made? I guess the first thing is I want to know about the purchases, and I want to know about the plans. So, purchases. Has everyone made their, purchased all their iron rations and whatever else that they needed for the time, for the trip?
I have not yet. I am in a difficult position where the armor that I'm wearing now weighs a little bit more, and it's the little bit enough that might put me over the edge. So unless somebody else wants to carry some of my rations, we might be moving slower than before.
I volunteer as the cook. That way you don't let me die.
That sounds fair.
Food
So how
for-
much do your stuff weigh?
Well, the iron rations are 10 pounds for
Okay.
2 weeks, right? So
That sounds right. Yeah.
that's what we decided on last time.
I
So
can
that would
carry that with 3 pounds to spare
Nice.
before I get slowed down.
excellent.
Oh, figure that out.
Fighter Thaco just changes to 19 for level 2.
Thaco is
Yeah,
19 at level 2. That's right. Yeah, it goes down by 1. So nice.
I was going to look it up, but I'm like, that's really not that big.
No,
a
it's
jump.
it's an easy one to calculate for fighters or for warriors in
yeah.
general. All right, so then what is the plan here, guys? We left last session talking about what I want to do. So the plan for right now is I want to figure out what your plan is for how you're going to leave Millbourne, and then something is going to happen afterwards. But I'd sooner get the plans kind of made first. So what are we thinking? Are we heading directly back to the Goblin stronghold at Heathertop Warren, or is there something else you're doing first? And if we are heading to Heathertop Warren, how are we getting there?
Drew needs to buy some hand axes.
Okay.
As far as plan goes,
And if we're going to go to Heathertop Warren, we probably ought to check in with Lord Carmen and basically say, hey, we're taking
going.
up the job again. We're going, and,
Yeah.
not just head off assuming that he's going to be appreciative when we get back without having told him anything about what we're doing.
Yep. Yeah, you will want to actually have that contract entered again. Because remember,
Yep.
you went and had it recognized or notarized by the priest of St. Cuthbert last time of Semheis.
Yep.
Okay. And Druin, you actually have... Oh, no, you got very little time to spare. No, that's not true. You got 3 days because of Dorman's travel. Because you're able to do all your stuff in town. 6 days extra, actually. So if there's any other things, Druin, that you would want to have done during those 6 days, you can feel free to let me know, and we'll say that you did those. I'm not sure if there is anything, but...
I don't know, like, so for armoring, the local armorer, what kind of level of craftsmen are we looking at?
Well, what are the people who... There's not a local armorer, there is smelters.
A smelter.
Yeah.
Smith. So if I wanted to, like, buy material and then start working on my own upgrade for armor...
What I said is that you would get, what, a 10% discount, I think? Is that right?
So what Bergour bought new armor, but he helped work on it, so he got a 10% discount on it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I even have I don't have the money anymore to... Cause I
kind of doubt, because you spent for both classes, right? So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. It's also, you need to spend, I think it was 3 gold and 2 silver or something like that for the accommodations.
3 gold. Okay, that's 17. So 3 gold and 2 silver?
Yeah, that's for the... Oh, that's from the solo accommodations, right? Or the 2-person per room
yeah, that's
accommodations.
sharing a room with another party member.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if I want to buy 3 hand axes, or have them made, they're a gold piece each.
Is that what they cost? I do not know.
And a throwing axe.
I did not know.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to take better care of them going forward. Okay, so... Let's make sure these are on my sheet for weight.
Okay. All right. So then, if there's, where are we thinking of going then, guys? We'll assume you're going to go see Lord Carmen as well. But what's the plan here? You're going to go down, take the same route, take the western road, head to Cutter Brook, and then go down to the New Mire and cut across? Or are you thinking, like, trying to head your way through the Patchwork Hills again?
I was thinking Patchwork Hills would probably be a better idea.
Oh, was there any story stuff you learned last session as well, too, that Dave needs to be caught up on?
Hobbs's character Elanion had a drug-fueled vision of
Sounds right.
what we believe to be like, what was it, like a rock carved or
It was
antler, like?
yeah, it was a rose-colored stone, like a mynheer, with a bunch of carvings and stuff on it. But it was in this region, very much. You been to the hoodoos in near Drumheller there, Dave?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, we need to do a trip to do that this year because it's super fucking cool. It's done. Yeah, it's awesome. But we can go to the mine then too, because there's a coal mine we can tour when we're down there.
They call this a mine.
A mine. One of the best line deliveries ever. What do you call it? What it is there was a hoodoo that he saw, like a kind of a kind of like a pillar or a prominence that is all sedimentary rock, but it was in the shape of, or the rough sort of approximate shape of like antlers, and then it was surrounded by like canyons and badlands and things like that. So what they sort of pieced together, he and Knox pieced together, was that it looks like the region, what's down in the Great Rock Dale.
Oh. So let's clean out these goblins from the Patchwork Hills, come back, resupply, train, and take on another task. Have we heard anything more about the orcs from the Thornwood? Is the ranger return?
Nada.
That's another. We haven't checked in with Kuiper in a while, and with goblins on attacking the farms along the Churnet, apparently, or goblins generally around. That seems like something that we don't necessarily need to do that before heading back out to Heathertop, but seems like that's something to keep in mind, is that
yeah, there are orcs
asking him what's going on.
Yeah, there are apparently orcs lurking in the Thornwood too. Trouble might be a brewing here, guys. My goodness.
Jeez, are we that close to the Pro March? Like, what the F?
Totally. Okay, so what else here? I think, you learned a little bit more about the dogs, I guess, as well. That Gerald sort of confirmed that is something that's been happening for the last 2 years. That all the farms around Harleton and the region that's now the New Mire, for the last 2 years, dogs have just been running off.
What kind of armor were you wearing, Bergour?
I was wearing Brigandine. I'm now wearing Splint because a fellow dwarf buddy convinced me that Splint, and by that I mean that I looked at the rule book, and because the AC table is on a different page than the cost table, I hadn't actually analyzed what the cost versus the AC that you get was, and I sat down with that and was like, oh, it makes no sense to wear Brigandine.
So basically, you saw me running around, you saw Druin running around, and Splint going, why the fuck am I not wearing that?
Exactly. It looks so good on you.
You want to know?
Sorry, wait. French ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hold on. Was it?
A little bit of bourbon.
What is the difference? I'm trying to remember. I gave them both DR1. I'm trying to remember.
Brigandine is 2 worse AC, but it weighs 35 pounds instead of 40, and it costs you more gold pieces to get in the first place.
Oh, so it weighs less than Splint.
It weighs a little bit less.
Okay, that's why. Okay,
so that's what I was saying, is like why Dorman has to carry my rations now, because I was very close to the edge before.
You got to get that 2DR, that sweet 2DR from.
Especially with that 22 hit points.
What's 2DR? What are we looking at for that?
Banded mail, bronze plate mail, field plate, or full plate.
So banded mail's our next one up. Ooh, 200 gold pieces.
Yep, it's expensive.
Yeah, because bronze plate, well, that's an extra weight, and even
bronze,
twice as much as banded mail.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you can actually find bronze plate here. Like that's very, you might find it in a tomb somewhere, or you would have to be in a very specific location. In Greyhawk, I don't even know where that would be.
Quick, bribe the DM.
What's that?
Bribe the DM.
For the bribe the DM?
Bribe the DM,
yeah. I do take bribes. All right. So
how much of a charity donation for some bronze plates to magically?
Oh, hey, we did have, guys, we had our first donation from Brandon for a thematic thing. And I'm going to do it for this campaign. He made a donation to Heroes Save Villages to claim a theme. I think the theme is like the dreams of dogs or something like that. It's something interesting. So,
Dogs.
yeah.
All right.
Swear to God, if I get the zombie kobolds running around,
it'll be those werebadger zomblins. Okay, so then anyway, how are you guys, it sounds like the plan is to head back to Heathertop Warren. How are you guys planning on getting there?
Well, we should talk to you old lord first.
Well, I mean, he's not going to have any input as to how you specifically do it. So...
Seems like going back to Harleton, but then traveling along the north and then the west edge is probably the best, because the problem we ran into, right, was that once you get deep into Patchwork Hills, there's no landmarks or anything, versus if you stay along the edge, right, as long as you keep the new mire off to your right, you're
that makes good sense.
It's a fair bit better.
That was something that Elanion told us before he buggered off.
Yeah. So
for the night, I mean.
Let's see here. Yeah. So like the game makes a distinction between just like getting lost and hopelessly lost. Hopelessly lost is when you're genuinely like, we're gonna walk and we're not gonna end up where we think we are. That really only happens when there aren't, you're in a featureless kind of thing. You're not following a road. You're not following a clear landmark that would help you distinguish things. I also found in the DMG tonight the rules for spell books as well too. I looked in a bunch of other books and then they're in the DMG. So the rules for it is each spell book can't be more than 100 pages, and then we determine how many pages each of your spells takes up by making a random roll. And so it's basically like how it depends on your like penmanship and what reminders you need to remind yourself of the arcane formulae. It depends on how many pages each of your spells take up. What I'll do is I will post that information in maybe in the Discord, and then I'll let you guys roll up. Just use the roller in the game, roll up and figure out how full your spell book is, and whether you need to get a new one.
Would my reading writing skill help with that?
I don't think so. That means you're literate. It's not quite the same thing as the arcane remind. Like, it's sort of, imagine a combination of like a physics formula and also notes on a play's performance. You know, like it's a very personalized thing too, but also it has a very specific formulaic kind of component to it as well. And so it just depends as you're scrabbling the stuff along in your spellbook how much space you actually get. And anyone who's ever tried like drawing with a marker will know what that's like, where it's just like, fuck, I'm out of room. So I don't think that your reading writing necessarily will help with that, but I'll take a look at the proficiency though and see. Okay, then let's see here. So that's the plan, guys. Harleton, and then across the northern edge of the Patchwork Hills, and then down?
Yep.
Okay. So then, let's say you meet with Lord Carmen. Now, is there anything you wanted to ask Lord Carmen specifically? He's not going to have any further... He's offered you the job. He's indicated what he's going to pay you if you're successful. And that's kind of... he has nothing further to add to that. You either take the job or you don't. Is there anything you wanted to ask of him? I guess, like, what I'm asking is whether we need to roleplay through that scene or not, or is it just, we can say that happened, you met with Sam Heiss, he's notarized the new contract for you guys, and you have that, you have that arrangement. And I think what he'll do is he will give you a month, and then he'll check back as to whether or not you've been successful, and you guys can choose to come back again, and...
What does he require as proof? That's something we'll need to know. Like, what does he want for evidence?
You need to prove what he'll know, like what if you can demonstrate to him what the cause of the flooding of the new mire is, and then he'll probably confirm that with a diviner, and that it's been resolved. Then
Well, I'm just thinking like the Newmire is spreading, but like even if it's some kind of magical means, it's not going to just disappear or shrink back down to normal like by the time we get back. So, like,
What won't it?
he? I don't know. I don't know how fast a swamp goes back to normal.
Well, and that's just it. It's like I don't think that he's leaving it broad enough that like if you can point to what the cause of this is and you can assure him that it's resolved, then that's all he's looking for. He's not looking for you to restore the Newmire back to normal.
Right. So will he take the word of a lawful character or who
Well, what he knows is that it is the cause of it, and he is confident that the diviner was right. The diviner has told him that it was not evil magic, but it's magic that is to blame for this. What he'll likely do is whatever you bring back as proof of that, he will likely have a diviner confirm it that that's the case, and then, or if you guys can provide some kind of proof of that being the cause, he'll be satisfied. But
okay. Yeah,
But yeah.
we can't take like a picture of like Bergour standing on a pile of goblin skulls, but
no.
I'm pretty sure if we can find a magical means of whatever's causing this, I could take some notes down and present it as some evidence, and the diviner could look at it and kind of guess through it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right now we don't know what the actual cause is, right? So.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, if it sounds like we don't need to do the actual role playing with Lord Carmen, so
Do we have
is
a party name?
a party name. What have you guys been calling yourselves?
I had scratched out Orc Slayers since that first session I was with you guys, but I don't know if that's really the party name or if I just put that there because that's what Druin wants to call us.
I don't know. What do you guys want to call yourselves?
What was that other group that came through town?
Inglorious Bastards.
Yep.
I don't know. Have we really distinguished ourselves by accomplishing something great yet?
Not really.
No?
How about we call ourselves Tadage?
Tadage.
Yeah, 2 dwarves, a gnome, and elves.
And once
Are you
again,
drunk,
Knox
Dave? I
gets
don't even know,
forgotten.
man.
What's that?
Knox
Oh yeah,
gets-
Knox is human. Sorry, Knox. Sorry, Knox.
Oh, jeez. All right. So what? Let's see here. What does happen while you are there, guys? Is let's see here. Who would he approach? I think probably Bergour, because it sounds like you've been doing a lot of the talking with him. Bergour, let's see here. Where would you be in Melbourne? I think you'd be. Maybe let's say you're just sort of like getting supplies from what's his name, Rastifer's shop. So once again, the close talker with the horrific, weaponized halitosis.
Oh,
Rastifer.
Rastifer.
Yeah. And as you're leaving, with your iron rations or whatever else too, you see that Gerald comes, kind of waves at you. He says, "I thought I saw you inside there. I have news. You had asked to speak to you and Calidor, and I have not seen Calidor, but he had asked to speak to Serena and deliver the message.
Yes.
She is in town." We can see that both of you guys were there. Yeah, like you're just walking out. He says, "Do you have?" She prefers not to make too much of a production of her appearance. When you have time and you collect your allies, any who wish to speak with her, she'll be at my shop.
Perfect.
Okay, I will see you there. And he turns and kind of limps back towards his shop. So we can say that you collected the lot of you guys, and you head over to Gerald's carpentry shop. And he's probably been working on those. And he probably has an apprentice as well, too. So he and this younger kid have been working on the collapsible redoubts that you guys had designed. Does anyone have any proficiency with, like, siege warfare or anything like that? No? Okay, so I think it's probably a fairly... this is not a terribly complicated design, because Bergour maybe has some peripheral exposure to siege warfare. Druin might have some as well too, but you guys don't seem to specialize in that stuff.
Yeah, Dorman was a militant wizard, but he was in the back. So.
Right, yeah. So, so anyway, you guys make your way into the shop, and we'll say that everyone is there, or all of you guys are there. And Gerald says, he maybe meets you out front where he's working on this. He shows you the redoubts that he's building. He says, are these what you envisioned? And Dave, what Hobbs has requested is that he build some actual, basically wooden barricades so that you can walk them forward as a way of protecting yourself from goblin arrows. Nice. So, and they seem to be what Elanion had been talking about, so...
Yeah, that looks like it.
Good. Then we should be done tomorrow then, ready for you to go. We will bundle them up for transport as well too, and I'll trust that Elanion knows how to assemble them properly. Then, please, come in. And you guys head inside, and he leads you into the back, which is kind of his, interior workshop. And what you see in there is this.
Stranger.
Strong-looking young woman, long blonde hair tied in a long braid, and she is down and kind of petting one of Gerald's dogs. This dog it's one of those big mastiffs that what's his name breeds here, and the dog's on its back and she's just scritching its belly, and he's kind of big tongue lolling out. She's scritching him away, and she looks up at the lot of you. And you all kind of walk in, and she's human, and she's stunning, absolutely beautiful. And you all, it's just this. Gerald says, Serena, allow me to introduce. These are the people that I spoke about. This is Dorman. He gestures to, he provides introductions. Dorman, Calidor, Bergour, Hrilligo, and Druin. Your allies were not unable to arrive?
They've gone ahead.
I see. Serene, Calidor is the one with the message. And she kind of nods her head and she walks over towards you. And she says in Elven, she says, I hear that one of the Arakokra bore this message to me.
Yes. We were out in the moor, and we came across his injured body. He was barely alive, but he managed to hand me this, and I give her I think it was like a case or something, right?
Injured.
Case. Yeah.
Injured how?
Shot through by what we believe to be kobolds?
Knoll.
Or gnolls. Sorry, gnolls. Yes, attacked by the gnolls.
She spots you, kind of looks over at Gerald and kind of, nods as if you get the impression that they have discussed this already. And if you hand it to her, she'll take the message, and then she'll open it in front of you as well too. She looks it over, she opens it, and pulls it out, and you can see that there is within this thing there is it looks like a piece of bark that's been wound around, and on the inside of the bark, as if you a birch bark kind of thing, where you've peeled the bark away, and written on the inside of this of the bark in a script that you don't recognize, but you can see her eyes are darting across it, so clearly it means something to her. And her face grows more concerned. The furrow between her eyebrows gets deeper as she reads through. And she turns to Gerald, and she says something to him in a language that none of you guys recognize, but would you each... Let me think here. Who was there? Dorman, Calidor, Rilgo... Actually, all you guys. All you guys go ahead and give me an intelligence check, please. Nice. Okay. Dorman, you definitely recognize it. You don't understand what's being said. That's the same. It's the same language that... Rilgo, what's your intelligence?
16.
16, okay. So I think Dorman got the best one, and I would have given a penalty. Dorman, it's the same words, or at least some of the same words, and it sounds the same as the language that Kuiper used when he was speaking to that wild girl in the Thornwood.
Terrific. Okay.
So they speak back and forth a bit, and then she turns and says, Gerald tells me that you have been dealing with goblins. Goblins in the Patchwork Hills?
Yeah, we found an encampment of goblins who we believe to be responsible for the creation of the new mire, so we're going to clear them out.
Where in the Patchwork Hills? How far south?
Kind of the midpoint, right next to the Cutter Brook.
Gerald tells me that you can be trusted. Are you familiar with the Aarakocra? And it's not what we talked about before. The word means nothing to you guys. You'd ever seen a creature like what you saw down there?
No, we're not.
The Aarakocra are a secretive people, even more so than... he nods towards you, Caldor, even more so than your kind. Hiding in the places rarely frequented by the... by men. One such tribe has relocated into the southern Patchwork Hills, driven out from where they were their initial home, newcomers to this region. They have established a community. I'm just trying to see what the name was here. A community known as Featherfall, deep to where the Patchwork Hills meet with the Thornwood in the southern reaches of the hills. That place is far away from most things that would bother. Most creatures would not concern themselves with the Aarakocra, and their community of Featherfall would normally be safe. However, it seems that a tribe of jackal-headed beastmen have set their sights on Featherfall. The warrior who you met, who was bearing this message to me, was known to me. He was a very brave man named Skyspear. I wouldn't say that we were friends. The Aarakocra are a very different people than... But he was a brave, a very brave being. It seems that the gnolls have redoubled their efforts of late. Featherfall has the benefit of incredible natural defenses, but it seems that the gnolls are intent on seeking out Featherfall, and this early in the season, if they transport, they have the choice of leaving a generation behind having yet to hatch, or bringing them with them and threatening that all of the eggs go off. This, and she holds up the thing, is a cry for help. I would like to help the folk of Featherfall, but, and he kind of looks at Gerald, it seems that our attentions are pulled in many different places. If I am forced to focus my attention on driving the gnolls off from Featherfall, it means I cannot continue on with my other duties, patrolling the western regions in the Shire and pursuing the mystery of these disappearances.
Have you heard anything about those weird orcs? Not to say, take anything away from the Aarakocra, but I remember you were looking into that.
Yes. Wait. You are the ones who traveled with Kuiper.
Indeed.
Then you've ranged far in the Shire.
We have.
The orcs that you encountered, show me again their symbol. I think one of you guys had actually drawn it on a piece of with charcoal on a piece of parchment. So I think okay. So you show it to her, and she looks at it and she says, "This was unfamiliar to Kuiper." Yes.
Yes.
The symbol is unfamiliar to me as well, and I've seen no sign of the orcs, at least not in numbers, in the Blandride Hills or anywhere west. The Lurchwood, free of them as well. Whatever has drawn the orcs to the Thornwood, it seems that that tribe at least seems restricted to those woods for now. And then, of course, the tribes in the Great Rock Dale. He looks at Gerald and looks back at you. I understand that you have a task before you to deal with the goblins that have taken up refuge in the Patchwork Hills. If you are looking to assist the people of Haranshire as well, beyond those living in Milbourne, those living in Thurmaster, those living in Harleton, the beings who have made the southern reaches of the Patchwork Hills your home, or their home, they would benefit from your help as well. If you are not willing to assist, then I must set aside my investigations elsewhere, and I will deal with it myself. But, and she looks at Gerald, since you seem intent on traveling south anyway, even letting the Aarakocra know that they are not alone, that may be enough to secure. If the gnolls know that the Aarakocra are not alone and without allies, like their the pets they seem to keep, gnolls are scavengers, not and can be deterred when a prey proves more difficult than they think.
We're not sure how long it might take to deal with the goblins, so I hate to say we'll go and help the Aarakocra and then be delayed and have you not helping them and them be on their own.
And she looks at Geralt again and looks back at you. She says, I understand. There are... you have prior commitments, and the goblins are no small threat either. If they are allowed to take root in the Patchwork Hills, they will be a threat to not only Harleton and the terraces, but to all the Western Shire as well. And she turns to Gerald and kind of nods, says, I will travel to Feathertop, or Featherfall. I will assist them. And she turns and says, I don't know whether alone and with the allies I can drive them off, but that's what I must do now.
If we can lend aid, perhaps after the goblins. Hopefully you don't need it, but if you do, and we have the ability. I can't speak for the group, but...
Let me see, I'm trying to find how much time has passed since you found... Where's my first page of my calendar? Where's it? I can tell you how long it's been since... So you found the Aarakocra on the 17th of Flock Time. That was about a month ago. It's a month when you actually met up with him. So if a month has passed since the message came in, who knows what's happened in the interim? She doesn't know what to expect. There was one with my camera. There we go. What she's going to do is go in and try and find what's going on. If you want to travel out there, I don't think that, either what you'll find is Aarakocra in need of assistance, or you'll find a community decimated. It'll be one or the other. So,
well, sounds like we need some ketchup chips.
Then
it will definitely help if we can.
Just then that is all that can be asked. Good luck in your task with the goblins, and thank you. And she holds up the message. Thank you for delivering this. What did you do with Skyspear's remains?
We buried him. I don't remember
Did we burn him?
Yeah, you guys had a pyre.
Oh yeah, sorry, I had a pyre. That's right.
Just good. That is not the way of their people, or of his people, but it is certainly better. They would prefer that than being laid in the ground, or being left for scavengers. I will let his people know that you treated his remains with honor, in your way.
Appreciated.
How do they take care of their dead?
They are placed on platforms and left for carrion. The belief is they come from the sky, and so it is that they should return.
Interesting.
Then
we might. I don't think we decided on who was carrying it, but we at least at one point said that we took his javelin with us too.
Yeah.
One of us could pull it out of a backpack and say, "Here you go. Take this with you."
Right. We were going to return it.
Oh, so she takes it and kind of looks it over, and she says, "That is. I'm sure that will be appreciated by the Featherfall tribe. I will let them know that you bore his message and his weapon. Thank you." She turns and says something else in Druidic to Gerald, and then she pulls her hood up. She scritches the dog's belly. Dog kind of rolls over, kind of like, "Oh, you're leaving?" And then she heads out. And she is, "Well met. I look forward to our next meeting." So Geralt leaves, and he says...
Before she leaves,
Yep.
Can she give us an idea of where Featherfall is? Like, a little more specifically than just near the Patchwork and Thornwood?
It is near... It is about, let's see here, 5 miles south of where the Patchwork Hills meet the Thornwood in the wood-covered hills that make up part of the southern Thornwood.
Okay. So if we were to follow the Patchwork Hills, where they meet the Thornwood, we just go south from there. Okay.
That should. It is. Featherfall is built into a high peak, a geological anomaly. Someplace.
So it'll be easy to see from a distance.
Indeed.
Okay.
It won't appear as a community as you know them. It will appear as a natural feature. But know that if you find that, that will be Featherfall. So.
Would you like your weapon blessed before you leave?
She looks and says, "No need, but thank you." And she's gone. So, anything? So, Garvin says, "I'm trying to think if he has anything further to say to you guys. I don't know if he does. He's already provided you with extra arrows. He's built the redoubt. He, I guess, just says that the redoubts will be ready for tomorrow."
Can Druin inspect the redoubts and like before they're taken apart, so you can have a better idea of how this is done?
Yeah, absolutely. It's built on I think what's his name, Elanion's kind of input, but I think no one is specialized in siegecraft or anything like that, so I think these are very, very simple, where it's basically like it's very much like just like planks of wood put on a single board that you can kind of slot together.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's got to have some kind of handles or something so we can move it forward. And
so the thing is that I'm hesitant to apply too much of our knowledge to what the characters and the craftsmen in the setting would know, because at this time, siegecraft is a very specialized thing, and it's easy to say oh, but I would be able to think of this, and I'd be able to think of this, but we're coming with the benefit of having exposed to a lot much wider culture than what these things would. So.
Yeah, and Druin, having come from a priesthood that is all about war, it might not have been his immediate study, but there would have been references and other people studying certain siegecraft items, so he would have heard of some things, but this might not be his forte.
Yeah, and I think that
you're curious.
Yeah, it's going to be fairly crude, and it's going to be someone who is strong is going to need to be using their action to pick it up and move it forward and put it down again.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be something that is strong enough to be able to stand up to arrow fire, thick enough so that it's not having arrows blow through it and hitting you guys. And it's supposed to be transportable as well too, so you can carry all this shit out to the hills and assemble it.
And Druin's almost kind of thinking that part of that duty will either be on him or Bergour, so he might as well get familiar with it while it's...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about between the last session and this one too, is the redoubt. I'm trying to decide what the weight will be for this. Because I don't that shit's gonna be a bunch of lumber you're lugging along with you.
Everyone's
based it on firewood.
Everyone's gonna have to do their share to pitch in and carry it.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
Let me see here, guys.
I'm right on the unencumbered. If I carry 1 more pound of, I already had to deflate 2 water skins to get me back down.
Oh, jeez.
I'm carrying Arlen's ration, so he's not way down. And that's putting me 3 pounds close to being overweight.
I am full aside from that.
I think that I'm going to say it is, each redoubt will be, I think 60 pounds, 60.
Is there a pack animal that we can get in town? Might be easier to carry it. And if we have treasure or...
Yeah, you can purchase a donkey, a mule, or an ass for 8 gold.
And then they'd have to buy some feed and stuff and carry that with. That can go on the animal. It can carry its own food.
And let me check the encumbrance for what those can carry as well. I think it's in the DMG.
Just don't put Dorman in charge of it, it'll die.
Okay, let's see here.
Dorman, watch my ass.
It's all asses for my level, my friend.
Okay, or is that in the player's handbook? One sec. Anything else you guys want to accomplish in town before you set out?
I'm looking at animals in player's handbook, page 91.
Okay, I'm using...
on PDF.
okay, let's see here. I'm looking at a different printing of it, so it'll be on different pages.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. But I think I'm close.
Donkey, mule, or ass, 8 gold pieces? Yeah.
Yep. I'm just curious as to what their...
What do you guys think?
Well,
we look at
Kalidor
man?
does not want to carry these things himself, so absolutely, let's get some animals.
Mm-hmm.
Bergour? Girl, go.
I think we should save up for a hunting cat. That seems more like, what... That's what Rillaho wants.
Okay, so a donkey, guys, can carry up to 200, or a mule can carry up to 250 pounds and still be moving at its basic move.
Nice.
Which is what?
I think it's... Let's see here.
40.
Let's see.
They don't move fast, so they're probably not at 40.
You'd be surprised.
Well, they probably move at least as fast as the
Have you ever
stun.
gone for a donkey ride?
Well, a mule moves faster than...
Like, seriously, they don't move fast. They
No.
walk at a very slow pace. Granted,
Mule-
it was uphill, but
12. I think it's 40, actually.
Mm-hmm. Told you.
12, 24. Yeah, it's 40.
So it's as fast as Kalidor.
Yep, and you can load it up to, let's see here, to 2/3 move, which will reduce it, I guess, down to the speed of like your dwarven allies here. That's up to 375. So you can really load a lot of shit onto these things without, worrying too much.
what if we gave it some barding?
That's expensive, and no.
Yeah, you're gonna want to keep your mule has 3 hit dice though, so it's the toughest thing in the group so far.
Oh, have to keep it. It'll just have to keep it healed. It'll have like scars and wounds and.
Yep. Oh boy.
All right.
The ask is to roll in the mortal wounds again.
Actually, maybe we should just get it some barding and just follow it into the battle.
Its morale
Interesting.
is a 6. Which means
So we
A
get
mule
it to,
tank.
Yeah.
we get the mule to carry the siege equipment, and when we get there, we install the siege equipment, hook it up to the mule, and it becomes a battering mule.
Sweet.
yeah, that morale of 6. A fail would be a 7 or higher on 2d10.
So
So like, we got this thing ready. Battle mule, do your thing, and it runs off into the hills.
pretty much. Okay.
All right. So then, what are you doing? Are you purchasing the mule then, guys?
Yes. How much is one?
8 gold pieces.
I can chip in some.
It's 1 gold each. You could say there's 8 members of the party.
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay.
can spare
And
1
then,
gold.
do we want to? The barding isn't, or bit and bridle and stuff.
Barding's more weight as well too. You'd be adding to.
Yeah. Yeah. Like even leather barding is 60 pounds. That's already going to cut into his encumbrance right off the bat.
Yeah. So if you
But-
brought 2 redoubts, that's 120. You've still got 130 weight, 130 pounds of.
Carry your rations, Bergour.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can load it with some rations, and it can carry some water.
I'd
And
rather carry the rations for Bergour in case the donkey dies. It
Yeah,
all
yeah.
runs off.
if the donkey dies, we could probably unload it.
Well,
Just saying. Unless it
Well,
dies
I'm-
and dematerializes and disappears into another dimension,
yeah,
then we're screwed.
I'm just worried about it running off and the dwarves can't keep up with it, and Bergour loses his food.
All right. You can carry Bergour's food, but we'll load the redoubt onto the donkey.
Sounds good to me.
Does anybody have animal handling?
Kalidor,
Yes.
You know what? I believe I do.
this is the group's donkey.
Dorman,
and then
you're-
Dorman, and this is Bergour's donkey.
This is Bergour's donkey.
Yeah, 'cause
Dorman is?
This thing on carrying is extra stuff. Kalidor's teasing him. Then he's laughing.
Okay.
How about a couple of extra sacks? Large sacks. I'm gonna buy 2 extra large sacks.
Okay.
Yep. No, I do
Anything-
not have animal handling.
Anything else you guys want to do before we set off back on the road?
Poison.
Poison.
Talk to the smuggler.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You could try and hit up the smuggler for it. Let's see if he's...
Sure.
I'm going to check the cost here, though.
You want to listen to some poison?
What's a song like Poison? Oh.
We can't play any songs, Steve. That would be copyright infringement.
I can play him. I'm a bard.
On the channel. On the channel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps with the... what do you
I'm
call
sure
it?
Poison's lawyers are all over the internet combing for that stuff, right?
Yeah,
Right.
There's a bit of a game 486 or.
Okay, let's see. Poison.
You see how many free B movies from these there are on YouTube? Yeah.
How many free B movies?
Yes.
Free B movies, you mean, or?
That too. Yes. Same diff.
Okay, let's see here.
If you want to see a Michael Dudikoff movie.
I do not know.
Always.
So poison's not listed in the equipment, is it?
Is that a DMG thing?
Probably is.
It's listed. Well, I've got the different types of poisons, but I don't have the costs of them.
That sounds pretty free then.
Pretty fucking expensive, I think is the term.
Let's see here.
Wow, what's with my language today?
You're having an interesting day, David.
Was it
How you taking the break up there, Dave?
partaking?
What's that?
Steve wants to fight.
Let me check one thing here.
How you taking the breakup, Dave? I'm drinking whiskey and swearing like a sailor, you fucker.
Played,
And I'm gonna kill anything that moves today.
Jeez. Okay, let's see here.
But no, I'm doing great, thanks.
Yeah. Just wonderful.
Good. Oh.
Can't find in there. Oh boy. I have one more thing to check, guys. Give me a sec here.
Don't donkeys just excrete poison from their poison glands?
We just like put it in little capsules and give it to the bard.
Yeah.
I suppose I could live without it if, yeah.
No, let's take a look here.
I think you have to suck on the donkey to get the poison out. That's what Jim tells him. He's like, yeah, you gotta suck the donkey to get the poison, and that's how you do it. There, he'll go. It's an ancient war tactic. You should know. I'm good on this.
Show me.
No, it's an elven technique.
Elven mouths are much too small for this process.
Sorry, Kevin.
I was gonna get Kevin demonetized.
What's happened here? Sorry.
Nothing. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Just don't check the chat
That's
either.
the viewers at home reading into that if they're...
Yeah, they're just naughty viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's not even...
I do have one more thing I want to check here. Yeah, it's got the... Yeah, it's got... It doesn't have the actual costs. It's just, I guess, left to me to judge how much it costs for each of these.
Brian in the park says we should get a 4x4.
Yes, definitely.
Like, thanks, Brian. We're gonna try that out as soon as this, the old Bessie here conks out on us. We'll upgrade.
I'm gonna check one more thing here. Okay, poisons.
I think I
Actually-
found something online, but
Having a cart with the boards nailed to the other side could work, because
Yeah, I'm not interested in what some Yahoo online things. I can come up with my own idea for it. I just I want to see if there is actual rules for it.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
scanning.
we want our Yahoo's price.
Exactly, I can Yahoo the shit out of this thing.
oh no, I'm not Yahooing. I'm Brian's offering us siege ideas. No, nothing to do with poison, Kev. Nothing to do with poison.
Yeah. Okay, so Steve, I don't think that there's anyone you could really secure poison from at this point. or at least how much GP do you have on you?
I will get the mule to lick every frog that we come across.
That doesn't answer my question. How much GP do you have?
I have about let's see here, 100 GP.
Well, did you deduct 100 for your training?
63 GP is what I have.
Yeah, you absolutely do not have enough for poison. So there's a moot point at this point. Though you can harvest poison. Do you have a healing proficiency?
I do not.
Then you can very dangerously try and harvest poison.
Perfect.
Perhaps heraldry will help, Steve. Druin can help you with some heraldry. We can figure out who are the most likely people
I've got
to carry
heraldry. I've got etiquette and disguise, man. It's not gonna help me make one.
Oh, we could talk etiquette while we're walking. This is great. I didn't do that. Okay.
Let's practice our etiquette.
So I'm looking at the Complete Thief's Handbook has some really useful stuff in it. The information on poison is not helpful at all.
I found something from the Thieves Handbook too, or whatever. It's like 150 for decent poison gold.
Okay.
Where is this?
Gold.
Sorry?
It's something I found online. It's like a screenshot taken from a book. I'm like,
Which book?
They didn't list. Let me see. It's like really expensive.
Gotta save up.
Well, no, but is that even for AD&D second, or is that for something else?
Let's see. History recently closed.
Because if it isn't something, I'm happy to be directed or pointed in the right direction here. Just.
Oh no, that's something different.
Yeah, that's.
This is like 4th edition stuff, not 2nd.
Yeah, that's why I was chalking up to Yahoos again. All right, so I don't see. I think herbalism would also be something you could potentially use to make poison as well.
Okay. Herbalism. No, just heraldry under the H's, and let's see, local history.
Okay. So you identify poisons used by
Nope,
others.
we lost Dave.
Oh,
Dave's
Sorry,
gone.
here.
Oh, we
Okay.
lost you in roll 20. We're gonna take our mid-session break in a moment here, anyway.
Oh yeah, roll 20 kicked me out.
Yeah.
Didn't like all the F-bombs.
No.
Censored.
Okay, identification. So I'm gonna have to think about how.
Where's table 51 in AD&D 2nd edition poison?
Oh, hold on. Chapter 7 on poison. So in the Thieves' Handbook here, there is rules for this. For those listening at home, forgive me for spending time looking this stuff up. It's just, again, if we look it up once, we won't have to look it up again. And I think that...
yeah, I saw that table 51 thing too, but that didn't help. They didn't give prices.
No, and that's where, you know...
He's got clippings that look like they're from a book, but he doesn't reference the books. So it's like, well...
Yeah. Producing
I remember his poison in 2nd editions were brutal.
Yeah, like, no, they are really dangerous in this, which is why I want to make sure that I'm not valuing them as well, because, I mean, if they're really cheap, that means your adversaries will likely be able to get a hold of them quite easily as well.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's not bad.
No. I think some of us don't want it, but, yeah, there's discussion of people buying poison in the Thief's Handbook here, but there's nothing about what it would actually cost. Which is, frustrating. You know what I'll do, guys, is, again, between now and next session, what I'll do is, yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff about aiding people with poison. So that's your and then what you can do with the healing proficiency for treating poison. Like, who doesn't think that you want to be able to make poisons with this stuff? Huh.
But
All right.
really cut into my drinking and hitting on girl time making poisons. I don't think that's a good idea. I should probably need to just...
You know what I'll do is let me think about it between now and next session, Steve, and because I will come up with some house rules for how much the stuff actually costs and how you go about securing it.
Okay.
What your best bet is, though, to be honest, is probably to try and like keep an eye out for things like centipedes, spiders. You guys did encounter those spiders not long ago. If you could either get, because I think that what's his name, Elanion has some knowledge of nature and animals and stuff like that. He may be able to help you harvest the poison. That seems to be what they're suggesting in the sections that do talk about poisons. It's all about that stuff. Like in the assassin kit in the Thief's Handbook, it talks about like identifying and harvesting it. It doesn't talk about purchasing it, or at least doesn't give guidance for what it would cost. So yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. And I will snoop online and see what other yahoos are doing with it and see if there's any suggestions. Okay, so then if that's it, guys, why don't we do this? Let's take our mid-session break right now, and then we will set out into back on the road, and we'll start the trip back towards Heathertop Warren. Sound good?
Booyah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, and I'm going to start putting something on more sinister. Interloper?
Kev, is there a table listing of stuff in the DMG in the second edition?
What do you mean? Sorry?
Because everybody keeps referencing table 51 for poison. So I don't know if that is...
Yeah, table 51 for poison strength. That's in here, and it tells you what the different classes of poisons are, how they're administered, what the onset is. It doesn't tell you the cost, though.
Right.
Yeah, so like that's the cost is the thing. There are some really good rules for modeling different types of poisons. It's just that I don't have any earthly idea what they cost.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I will check and see between now and next session though. But okay, let's take our 5-minute break though, and then we will be back with more. Our heroes setting back out on the road. Okay.
On the road again.
Oh, before we go, I'm gonna heal Calidor up to full, because he should be at full hit points right now. Okay. I will also check other OSR products and see how they price out poison as well too, because they all pretty much use the same chart. Okay.
Can you guys see me in roll 20 now?
Yep. Yeah, doing a pretty thorough search of poison in all the PDFs I have, and none of them come with prices. Except for a scabbard of poison, but I think that's, you gotta put poison in it to make use of it. Yeah. It's gonna be up to the GM. Caffeine. Oh, I lost my character sheet. Anybody else have direction sense or tracking or survival? Nope.
Elanion is our
Well, maybe,
survival direction sense guy normally, so.
maybe I won't get us lost then.
I can navigate us down the road to Harleton. After that, I'm passing it off to someone else.
Ever run across those goblins from last time? Or wasn't there only one survivor or two? Two of them.
2.
We owe them payback.
I'm doing all the things tonight that are going to keep me from sleeping properly.
Drinking, playing games, and what else?
Eating chocolate, drinking alcohol, and drinking caffeinated pop. It's basically like a recipe for I'm not going to go to bed.
Benadryl helps, I hear.
Let's counter all the bad things we did by taking some drugs.
Seroquel works nice. Knocks you right out.
My wife has allergies, so sometimes she has to take Benadryl.
Yeah.
Knocks her out right quick.
Yeah. Could also just like crack some NyQuil.
Same thing.
Does that work? Yeah.
All right. I'll check one more thing here about this poison stuff before we head out into the wild. I got an idea.
You know, Rilgo,
Oh ho.
every rose has its thorn.
Okay.
Just like every night has its dawn.
Just like every cowboy sings a sad
Song.
Guys,
So is Druin going to multi-class?
yeah, there's a real easy way to get kicked out of the group. Okay. Then, let's see here. So, Steve, if you want a dose of penetrative poison, which has a pretty long onset time, it will cost you 50 gold pieces. This stuff will have an onset of 10 to 30 minutes, and if it fails the saving throw, the thing takes 15 points of damage. If it makes the saving throw, it takes 0. That is what you have access to right now. You want to spend the 50, Steve, or you want...
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. No, thank you. I will wait. We'll save up money and buy a better poison than that.
Awesome. Okay. Then, guys, we anything else happening in town, or are we heading out into the wild?
Into the wild.
The wild, nice. Okay, hold up here. We'll reorganize our... Get our icons down here, guys. Here we go. Oops, shit. Come on. There we go. Come on, Kev. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's zoom on in here. Then, plan is to head straight south to Harleton, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, then, this means it'll be the 16th of flock time when you guys are heading out. Travel to Harleton. Alright. Now, let's check and see what the chances of random encounter are here. Did you guys end up purchasing that mule? Yep.
We did.
Yeah.
What is the mule's name?
Is it a he or a she?
I think it'll be a he.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Don't name it Cobalt.
German's not naming anything.
Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see here. All right. So the trip down to Hardleson again is accompanied by, the scenes of midsummer work. There are farms on either side of Hardleton that you have passed before. The summer sun is now finally burning hot in the sky. You guys have not, whatever the cold snap was that started off this summer, it has passed. And it is a very comfortable stroll down here. You pass the region where you had faced those goblins as well, too. But apart from the blood from about. Well, actually, no, it's been 3 weeks since that happened, so I think it's washed away long by now. But you actually reach Harbison without incident. So the first day of travel, guys, is without any problem, and you're greeted there quite happily by the proprietor of the. I can't remember the name of the inn there. Do you remember what it was, guys?
Was something that sounded.
It's like the pitcher.
Oh, it was the
That's
pitch
it.
and pitchfork or something like that. Pitcher and pitchfork.
Something that sounded dirty.
Yeah. So, I take it you're not spending any extended time in Harleton?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, and then you're heading out to the Patchwork Hills. All right, so then let's see here. This is traveling through.
Are we doing that the next day or the same day?
Next day. It takes you a full day to get to Harleton.
I recommend Huril go get his armor spell up.
He
for the next day.
did already, I think.
Oh, it's not
Wait,
visible on his token.
Maybe it's not
Thank you.
showing. Hold on here. I may have not set it to display. Let me see.
Do I?
Yeah, hold on.
Do I press something?
No. Just give me a sec here, Steve. I'll just. I think. Yeah, I don't have it. There you go. You see
There
it
we
now?
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet, thanks. So it's indefinite, eh?
It lasts until you take 10 points of damage.
Cool.
Okay. Then the speed you guys are traveling through the foothills. Oof, it's gonna be about 5 miles a day, so it's gonna be a little tricky here. So that is about. I'll split the difference between, because you're not actually going in the hills, you're just kind of catching or like hugging the side of the hills. And you're also going kind of along where the terraces are as well. So I'll let you get to there and then start traveling down a little bit into the hills themselves. Let's see if anything exciting happens along the way here. So the first one is going to be a fairly high populated area. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So, you guys actually make it all the way to around here. And again, you can see that the mire is stretching out far away to the west. And did I have... Oopsies, wrong thing.
Sorry for all the rolls.
Oh, no problem. What were you rolling for?
I was trying to determine if Druin had gotten any silver hairs from casting Silverbeard.
Oh!
I figured it'd be like a D4 of silver hairs, and roll 20 was lagging, so I'm like, it's nothing happening. Nothing happens. I hit the button again.
No
and all of a
problem.
sudden, I'm like, oh shit.
Interesting enough, I went 1, 2, 3, 4. So.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's like Coolio's in the house. Oh,
Okay.
wait, more musical references. Sorry.
As long as you're not singing copyrighted songs, I'm fine. Okay.
Oh. That's why you kicked from the group. Got it.
Yeah. There's already algorithms picking that shit up that search the content, so I'd rather not run afoul of that. So
only self.
like, so you guys know, it's not that it'll get kicked. You know, like it's not a copyright strike, but there'll be a copyright claim, and even the hassle of having to deal with a copyright claim is a fucking pain in the ass I don't want to deal with. That's why I'm being a hard ass about it. It's not because
No singing.
I'm worried about. Well, don't sing your own material.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Where's my phones?
Gotcha.
Let's see here. All right. Okay. So you guys are, boom, here we go. Camping back in the Blandride Hills. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Give me one sec here. I got a new map. I bought new maps. Because
Know what that means?
I care about you guys and want to make sure you get the best experience you can. I sprang for a new Gabriel Pickard, actually a couple of them, new maps. And one of them was maps, what do you call it? Did have hills in it.
Mapsaholics Anonymous.
Yeah. Well, his maps are incredible. incredible. I really like them a lot. What I care for less is the names that he uses for them. Because it's hard to remember which the hell one is which. Is this the one? Yes, here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's just do this, guys. Boom. Let me zoom out here. Oh. What the fuck? Alright. I'm going to assume that you guys are doing the same thing with your camping that you guys do all the... Oh, dang it. You're going to have to ignore one thing on this map, which is there's a tower, like the remains of a tower on here that does not exist in... Yeah, it doesn't exist in the world we're looking at. Let's see here.
Let's get the tower. What's in the tower?
Kev, I go and explore the tower. Damn it!
What's in the box?
It's a mimic
Okay,
guy.
and let's see here. Put this down here. Okay. Oop. All right. Whoops. Okay, let's do this. Boom. Okay, let me bring you guys over here. Okay, we want to come play. Okay. Alright, guys. If you ask nice, I'll bring you over. So, this will be when you guys are making camp. I just need to resize you guys here. And let me bring you over while I'm doing that. Check out these new maps, guys. Whoop. Boom.
Ooh, I feel massive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are all subject to enlarge right now.
Wow.
So, let's hear. Knox is not here. Chael is not here.
Oh, do I have to pick the spells I memorize in a day as a bard?
You
I
do.
Don't I?
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So cast armor. So I'll call the other one right now.
You
I
do
think
not. I'm
Bernie-
assuming you cast armor on a previous day, Steve. Don't worry about counting that as one of your castings.
Oh.
Because remember, it stays until you take a certain amount of damage.
Yeah, now I have.
Like it's permanent. Wow. AD&D 2. Sweet. All right.
Yeah, I still prepare one just in case, but I have more spell slots than you do. So.
Okay.
So here you go, guys. You are preparing at... I'll put you down here. Let me ping where we are, guys. We're right over here. Boom. So you found a little camp spot near side of a ravine. Okay. So then, let's see here. Who's going to roll for me? Let's say, Dave, you missed last session. Give us a D10 roll, please.
Druin's never paying attention, though. How many times has Druin been snuck up on?
Quite a few times.
Did you see that smuggler bonus applied to all stealth things, or was that just me?
Which one?
My smuggler bonus against the ambushes, does that apply to all ambushes or just me?
Only you.
Okay.
Okay.
Like we're getting ambushed.
Okay. Well,
Not a
potentially
lot.
not for. Yeah. Actually, that is pretty much everyone. Okay. I think. Yeah. And if you're asleep, it doesn't help. Or your bonus doesn't help. And this is going to happen on Bergour's watch. So.
Oh, so Bergour should have rolled that. Yeah.
All right, so Bergour, tell me a little bit about your evening. Well, how are you keeping watch here in the Blandride Hills? You got the new mire stretching out to the west. The sky is nice and clear tonight, finally. What's going through your mind as you're heading back to Heathertop Warren?
Well, I'm like, I think I still haven't entirely gotten used to the hand being better, so I, kind of you can sort of see it's almost like an unconscious tick, kind of flexing the hand back and forth, and and sort of gripping the shield a little more tightly, and kind of pleased with that. And then also, of course, now that I have both working hands, I can use my whetstone on my axe again. So it's just a, constant grating sound that I'm sure is on every other party member's nerves.
Yeah.
I mean,
just all night.
Okay. So you're doing that. Everyone else is in their tents at this point and sleeping. And let's see here. Okay. Then you are sleeping there, and it is about, let's see here, how far into your night. So it's about maybe 2 in the morning when you are keeping watch. And you are on the, are you sitting keeping watch here, or do you think you're pacing, or what?
Probably sitting for most of the time.
Okay. So sitting for most of the time, the fire has grown, grown low. And that's when you hear, unfortunately a little too late, a low growl off to your left. And something comes pouncing down towards you. That is a mountain lion. So what is your AC right now without the shield?
AC.
Oh, and without you got no dex bonus, right?
No, I have a dex bonus.
Oh, do you? Okay, so what's your AC without dex bonus, without your shield?
Without dex bonus and without the shield, it is a 4.
4, okay.
Good.
So this jumps down, and I'm just going to make all of its attacks at once here. 2 claws. Neither of them hit. The bite, big old bite, is a miss as well. So apparently,
we're getting marked up.
Clangin and Silverbeard is watching out for you, because this thing roars, leaps down, trying to take you down and drag you off. And what do you think happens that saves you of the last second?
Oh, it's Bergour's new armor. It's awesome. Yeah. It's working as intended.
Okay, then. Okay, so they then what happens then is I will get everyone to roll for surprise to see if you guys get an opportunity to act next round. Bergour, what do you? I guess first off, let's roll. Let's figure out what you're going to do with your round, Bergour, and then we will roll initiative. Okay, and Bergour, you'll start us off here with initiative. Oops. Okay, and you're going to want to beat my 5, please.
I think my axe is so slow, unless I get like a 1 or a 2, you still go first. But...
Yeah, I'll get an 8.
Yep.
Let's see here. Oh, you rolled a... Oh, 6.
No, I rolled a 6, so...
Okay, so Steve will be rolling next round for
at...
initiative. All right, so then this thing does get its first attack, at least, against you, and then it will... Yeah. So you guys will not have an opportunity to act this round. Bergour's going to have to try and wake you up. The mountain lion is not waking you guys up. So the first bite against you there, Bergour, misses again. Jeepers. Giant... jaws snap towards you, misses you. Bergour, what are you doing?
So first I'm gonna shout, "Cougar attack!"
Okay.
Hopefully that'll wake some of them up.
Yeah. So then, would everyone else give us a D10 roll? Let's see if you're surprised or if you're able to act this round. This round.
Do I get my +1 or? Just
you will. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, you're surprised, Herman.
Damn.
One for what?
Caldor's fine. Just roll a D10, please, Steve.
This is a bonus I get for a smuggler.
Rilgo, you're surprised. Druin, you are not. And hold on, you get a dex bonus against surprise too, don't you?
Do we?
Do you?
Let's see. I thought that's what.
We do that +2 then.
Sounds Cool.
Well, there's different
I
things that
think
get dex bonus, so you want to make sure it's
Oh.
not the same defensive bonus. Well, let's see. I thought you did. Yeah, I think the reaction adjustment is what you get.
Yeah, mine be a 5 then.
Yeah, mine's in 0.
Yeah, chances. So what's your dex, Dorman?
Dex is 17, so I have a +2 reaction.
Yeah. So so you're not surprised.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and Steve?
Good to know.
Yeah, and
I
actually,
got 0. Yeah, I'm good.
okay. I'm not gonna let you double up the smuggler bonus with that though, because otherwise it's just you would never. Yeah, you would never be surprised. So you're not. And Steve, what's your dex again?
My dex
Is which? Sorry.
15. 15, so I don't have a bonus.
15. Okay, no bonus. Never mind. Okay, all right. So then, Rilgo is surprised. Nobody else is. Then what are you guys doing this round? Calidor, Dorman, and Druin.
I'm standing up and pulling out my bow.
Okay. Oh, Dave, you're muted, I think. Or at least I can't hear you. I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear you. Calidor, what are you doing?
I'm assuming I'm sharing a tent with Hirilgo.
Yep.
He'll look over at him and he'll whap him and he'll say, "Did he just say cougar?"
Hey, did he? What kind of cougar?
Rilgo's not responding. Dave, can you hear us now? I can't hear Dave. Can you guys hear Dave?
Nope.
What's going on here? What's going on here? Dave, I see you in the hangout. Yeah, so I don't know what's... That's so weird. It seems to only happen to you. I did not know why. Okay, stand up and grab it. Well, I think what you guys can do, you'll be able to leave the tent next round. For now, you're getting... Remember, it takes your action to retrieve stuff from the ground. So, yeah, so you guys are ready. Rilgo's going to have to take one more round. Bergour, you shouted, and then what was the other half?
Right?
And you're making an attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead, please.
Not gonna do it with that.
Spend a point.
Yeah, you got 6 points of Astonishing Fortune right now.
Sure. Let's spend a point.
Okay. Go. Not good. Okay, that's a miss. All right, so it gets its 2 claw attacks on you.
But he gets his,
One of them
shield
hits.
bonus.
My
bonus.
AC is better now
Oh,
because I get my dex and my shield, right?
I rolled an 18, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
no,
So,
he hits.
yeah, probably not good enough, but...
No. Okay. Well, hold on. If you're readying your shield, that would have been your action, though. You
No, I'm not
attacked.
readying my shield, but I have my shield.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like... I'm trying to picture do you think you would have been sitting at your encampment with the shield ready, and then also with your weapon ready?
Like, with the shield on my arm, you mean?
Yeah.
He did say
I
he
was
was
imagining it, but I think it would be fair if you ruled that that's not.
I'm just trying to picture, because, like, figure your watch is going to be a couple of hours, right?
Yeah.
Right, so if a couple of hours of sitting there with your shield at the ready, your weapon at the ready, do you think that's what would happen, or do you think you would have the stuff kind of ready to pick up if necessary? You know your character better than I will do, so you feel free to
okay, so I think this time definitely had the shield on because I mentioned flexing his hand in the shield.
Yes.
That was one of the things
Yep,
he was
I totally
doing.
buy that. Yep. Okay, great. So let's see here. Then the oopsies, wrong thing here. So then the hit. This thing only hits you with one of the claws. So fortunately, it will not be raking you, but you do take 2 points of damage. One, your DR will apply to it.
All
Okay,
right.
so it's kind of claws at you. Then that is the end of the round, guys. So this is now a favored round. Steve, would you first off, everyone decide what they're doing, and then oh my goodness, Steve, beat my 9.
It's a good thing. Yes. Okay. Roll a D10 and 9 with a.
Go.
Oh, the suspense.
Ooh, an
nice.
8. So I act
time to roll
on
an
a
8.
12. Go ahead and put your numbers in your nice. Caldor's got an 8. Bergour's got 15. Okay, nice. Who is missing here?
13.
Druin. Oh, we
waiting
hear
for
you
you.
again, Dave. We can hear you.
Okay, that's good. I'm waiting for my numbers to show up in Roll20 in the chat.
Oh, okay. What number are you showing up at?
13.
13. Okay, cool. Then first up is Calidor, then it's the Mountain Lion.
12.
Calidor, what are you doing?
He grabs his bow and heads out into
Okay.
out of the tent.
Okay, and you can see Bergour is tussling with this Mountain Lion. It's
Okay.
He's got his shield up and it's banging. Manages to get one of its claws around and tags him, but he's keeping it at those jaws in particular at a distance. All right, then it is. Sorry, Drew, you're on a 12, not a 13.
Yeah, sorry. 8 plus 4.
8 plus 4, great. Okay, so you are gonna simultaneous action. So you move out in time to see this thing try and bite Bergour. Bergour, what is your AC now?
0.
0. Okay, nice. That is a miss. It tries to bite you, and bam, the shield is up. Druin, what are you doing when you come running out?
It moves to try and help Bergour.
Okay.
5, 10. I can only move 10.
That's
so-
right, yeah, because of combat move. Okay, then it's Rilgo. I guess you're getting up and getting your stuff, eh?
Yes.
Your brother's gone running out of the tent, and you're looking around. What? Then it is Dorman. What are you doing? And
I'm
Bergour.
gonna get out of the tent, and that means I can only fire once, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot the thing with my short bow.
Okay, and so it's -2 firing into melee.
Okay.
I can move diagonally.
Oh, cancel that. Let me put my boom -2. Oh, nope.
Okay.
It still wasn't a 1.
All right, Bergour, what are you doing?
I am gonna do my first.
Hold up. You rolled a 2. You have to make an attack roll on Bergour now.
I rolled a 3.
3 is still an attack on Bergour. 1, 2, or
Oh.
3.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Bergour. Do I have to get the same -2?
You do? Yep.
I doubt I'll hit him, though. Holy shit. Can I astonishing fortune that?
No, you cannot. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh my god. Four points.
Sorry,
Oh
bro.
man. So your DR does apply against one of those.
Kev, I could have moved a diagonal and still moved only 10, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I get one of my attacks in?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. I mean, your dwarf battle brother is just being attacked by a gnome.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Torment the friendly fire.
Hey, Bergour, does your DR apply against missile weapons, too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so I only
take
took 3.
3.
But
Nice.
still, you know what they say about friendly fire.
Woohoo!
It isn't.
What?
Calidor did it.
Go ahead and roll
One of
damage
those
there,
goblin
Dave.
Trying. Submit. Submit. I submit. Come on.
Okay.
1
point of damage. That's
How is that
Strange.
possible?
Yeah,
No,
it
wait.
couldn't.
It's supposed to have it's
D6
supposed
plus
to be
2.
1d6 plus 3. So
Yeah, it should be
all
3
right.
damage.
What's happened to your character sheet here?
I took the plus signs out like we said last time. And
'Cause this was
So I have
happening
a-
with Chael's character as well.
I have a +1 damage from my strength, and I'm specialized.
This is your battle axe, right, or your hand axe?
Hand axe.
Hand axe.
I'm specialized in both, but
Yeah, it worked for me. Chael was having a problem with it before too. I don't know if it's a connection issue with.
should I close my sheet and try again?
Yeah, maybe try that again. I don't know why that's the case.
I think he mentioned clicking too quickly.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if that helps.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll just go into my sheet again. And
Okay.
reroll the damage.
Yeah, and then let's see here. And then it is. Oof, this thing's big and beefy. All right, so Bergour, what are you doing? You got your first attack.
I'm gonna do my swing.
Here we go. Ugh. You want astonishing fortune that?
Sure.
Got 5 left, so
Do it.
here we go.
Do it.
Come on.
Yes,
Nice.
you
Yep, big hit.
won.
Roll damage. 8
damage.
damage. Nice. Okay, so that is a big hit. Let's see how much Druin did on his.
I'm still scrolling through my character sheet. My internet is really slow. I'm gonna have to complain to my service provider. Oh wait, that's the company I work for.
It's 20 a bit laggy. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that does help, guys, is if you have like for any of the computers I use when I'm streaming, I've always got it plugged directly in.
Yeah,
'cause
mine's
just wireless is.
I'm plugged in with a Cat5 cable to a brand
Oh
new
fuck!
modem.
Then yeah, that's weird.
And 600 megabytes per second download speed. So
Yeesh.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Is it the plate in your head?
I took the
I think
chainmail
real
off.
fun.
Okay.
I think real popular.
All right. Then it is
Second attack.
this thing. Yeah, second attack from this creature. Misses with its claw. Bergour, you want to make your second attack?
Yes, I will do that. Second attack.
Okay.
AC 4.
AC 4 is a hit.
All right.
I'm gonna have to make a morale check in a sec here.
11.
11. I am
Holy.
not gonna have to make a morale check because this thing be dead. So what does it look
Nice.
like as you take this thing down?
Well, I hit it kind of once on one side of the neck and then on the other side, and I don't
Yeah.
think it like cleaves through. It doesn't like fully decapitate it, but my battle axe is kind of stuck in there.
I think you guys have... Druin did tag it as well, too, so I think he tagged it on the side. It left you with that perfect opening to cut this thing down.
Yep.
All right, so that thing is gone. Guys, these hills seem to be rife with these things.
Not the Cougar Steve was looking for, but
What,
German-
cougars? Where?
German's like,
Oh.
Bergour, I think I found a chink in your armor.
Yeah. Roll to see if you broke your your arrow.
Okay, evens, I get it back.
Willigo comes out of the tent with his sword swinging. Ah!
So you pull it out of Bergour. Sorry about that. Puts it back in his quiver.
No, just somebody.
What
That's
happens
great.
when Druin forgets to bless our weapons?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's a helpful reminder that you know, you guys are right in the wild. This happened at about 2 in the morning. The rest of the evening is uneventful.
hey,
No one-
Bergour, how about 6 points of healing?
Nice.
Oh, that's over. Never mind. I lost track of how much I actually lost.
I mean, 22 now. Holy cow.
Okay. Then, so the rest of the evening, guys, is... I'm gonna turn this music is stressing me out right now. Where's my travel music? Yeah, we'll use that for now. Okay. Yes. So how does Bergour feel about getting tagged by that gnome?
Well, it's honestly it's kind of par for the course for Dorman, so it's sort of what you get for having friends like that.
Well, gnomes bring luck, good and bad.
Maybe we should take away his toys.
Yeah, but then he'll just color spray us.
Well, we were left to just resort to that.
Or burn the food, whatever.
All right. Let's move back to our overland map again because, guys, the rest of the evening passes uneventfully. So, here we are. Now, you are about 2 days' travel, you figure, from Heathertop Warren. So you'll be able to get down to, or you should be able to get down to Cutter Brook and then part way into the hills. Well, let's see how the day goes. These hills are full of danger. Oh, and let's see here. Travel to Harbison on the 16th. 1 day into hills on the 17th. And the 18th. Nearly at Heathertop Warren. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's see how the day goes.
Leeches grew wings.
Dave, would you give me another D10 roll, please?
Didn't I fail?
No, it's a surprise. You're stuck with this. Nice. Okay. So then. Ooh, like this stuff.
We got 13 people watching this channel now.
Although I think are 6 of them us.
I know at least one of them is me.
One's me.
Okay. So you guys are traveling along. Nobody is surprised. Give me a sec here.
I'll stop watching the channel on my phone without actually watching. I think it was running because I checked the chat while on the break.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check on the chat after the break. Sorry, guys. Let's see here.
I'm giving life advice.
You're giving... so did you say life or wife?
Life.
Okay.
Don't text and drive.
Alright, guys. Here we go. Oops. Wrong map. Wrong map. Let's bring you over to... the hills. Alright. Oop. Okay. Let's have you moving through there. And then let me get my adversaries. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Let me move in here. Who do you think is walking up front, guys?
The dwarves?
Well, and with Elanion not being here, my character's probably the only one who can do direction sensing if we need it. So it might be Dorman.
Right, okay.
Well, you could tell us that. You don't have to be standing in the front to tell us which direction to go, though.
Well, I'm short, so, I mean, I need to see.
Okay, here, let me just bring you over here, guys, so we can...
It's up to you guys.
There we go. Now, we are right down here. And you're traveling to the right. Imagine that you're traveling to the right. I've got Calidor up front there right now, but you guys go ahead and rearrange yourselves around where Calidor is. You move Calidor if you don't want to be up front. You can move yourself back. You're moving through this little depression or hill between, or valley between two hills here. You know what was cool? You know the link to the article on geography features that Hobbs had posted in the Discord? That was pretty fucking interesting.
Well, cluster, perfect for a fireball.
Yes. Fireball would definitely be rolling up new characters right away at this point.
Yeah, I think if there's fireballs being launched at us, our formation doesn't matter a whole lot at that point.
20-foot radius spread? Not really.
Probably right.
So you guys are there when you see scampering around the corner. No one is surprised at this point, so we will be rolling initiative in a second here. Oop, let me get everyone on a square here. Is this. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Here's your poison.
4, 5 spiders about the size of a Great Dane. Moving their way towards you. Guys, let's see here. Steve, I think you're still king of initiative.
Oh, yes.
So let's have everyone decide what you're doing this round.
King it up, Steve. King it up.
All right.
And let's roll initiative. Okay. Steve,
Boom.
you're going to
Yes.
beat my 8.
Dwarven
Okay.
shield wall?
Okay.
Boom. That's a 6.
Nice. Okay. So then, guys, I am acting on an 11. That's my first action.
Really go.
6 plus 4.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Static display. Absolutely. You're. Someone can use survival roll to collect poisonous herbs and stuff too. It's herbalism. There's some neat rules for using herbalism like that in the Thief's Complete Thief's Handbook. It's just that it doesn't have rules for just purchasing that stuff. But
Okay.
yes. Okay, great, guys. Then I said I'm on an 11. So we got Druin. You're up first. What are you doing?
Druin is going to hold for them to get close enough to attack.
So
with,
again, like you can't charge an attack. You can do one thing that you can ready. So you could ready if you mean that if they get into melee, you can attack them. Then that's fine. But you can't ready a charge or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what I intended.
Okay. Perfect. So Druin is kind of like, yeah, come on. Next is Rilgo. You're acting the same time as these spiders. What are you doing? Come on, blowgun. Oh, Steve, you might be muted, bud.
For the love of God. Okay. I would like to move. I guess I will sprint in their general direction. How about that? Let's get this good. Let's get going here. Or I guess let's do you use the move. There you go,
We
5
should
square.
say, for those listening at home, Steve hates his characters.
Steve's got a really cool backup that he was disappointed that
I
he
hate
couldn't
this
use.
motherfucker. Okay, Steve,
Is
so
that
if
why
you're,
he's doing that?
you can
He's
move.
like, he's already signed a DNR. Do you realize that, right? He told
Yeah.
he told Druin, no healing me.
I'm an organ donor.
If I'm bleeding out, let me go.
It's on the
So-
pommel of my sword.
Steve, you can move a total of 16 squares. If that's all you're doing is sprinting up.
Sweet. Boom.
Oh God!
Are you serious?
All right, so next up is the spiders. Steve, what's your AC?
But they're
right
slow.
now? Isn't your AC like a 6?
Wait,
It's a-
He's got an armor.
I think it is a 6 right now. Yep.
It's basic minus his defense adjustment, so.
He's got an armor spell though. He's set.
But he's only got 15 dexterity, so I don't think he gets a defense
Doesn't he? It's
adjustment.
like a 1, doesn't he?
I take a look at the chart. I don't know.
No, I get no defensive adjustment score for my dexterity. So yes,
Okay.
6 would be my 6 would be my.
6 is
my
your
AC.
shirt.
Yep.
Okay, so we got. Oh man, the first one leaps up and comes down on you. Let's see if
Oh,
it.
they're faster than I thought.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's see. He leaps on you. Nat 20.
What? Nice. All right.
All right, so then you take. Let's see here.
Gonna get your dose of poison.
Oh man. So you take
In
3
your
points of
veins.
damage, and I do need
2.
you to give me a save versus poison, please.
All
What is
right.
it? Is that poison or is it? Yeah, paralysis, poison, or
Poison
death
or
magic.
death magic. All right, here we go.
Pizza.
Boom, shellac, miscellaneous bonus.
None.
I'm gonna give myself a +3. All right.
No, you actually succeed.
I succeed. Somehow.
don't-
All right.
You're.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Oh,
No, because
Oh,
it's the GM roll.
gotcha.
Yeah. So you, you succeed. Jesus. So this thing, the first one leaps in, and you take, so you'll take a net of 2 points of damage. Take 3 off of the blue bar. Take 2 off of the red bar. Next one leaps in on you.
And 2 off the red bar too. Wait, what? What? Huh?
Because your health, you don't. The blue bar is just tracking when the armor spell stops working.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you take 2, so it's 3 points off that, and then 2 points off the blue bar. I just hit you again.
No, not 2 points off, not 2-2.
Yeah, you have 8 hit points off right now.
Whoops. What's happening there? Yeah, okay.
Okay. So that's. But while you're doing that, take another 2 off and give me another poison save, please.
All right.
Oh boy.
You can just type -2 after selecting the box there, Steve. To the circle.
So that one
Boom.
at least misses.
All right.
That one doesn't. And then take 2 more off your blue bar. So 2 more off your blue bar and 1 off your red bar, again, from that second bite. And then another 2 off of your red bar and another 3 off of your blue bar. And give me 1 more save, please. Oh, there was a failure.
And
So-
1 more save. All right.
Okay,
So Rogo is dead.
Rugo is
That went
currently...
slightly. That went worse than
poisoned.
I expected. All right.
Oh, wait till the poison starts working.
Yeah, we're to the point. Here's the thing. The thing about these old school poisons is they sometimes take a lot of time to kick in, so you'll have 15 minutes of agony before you finally die. Oh my
Great.
goodness. Now, this isn't an automatic death, it's that you take a bunch of damage, so it's possible that you will survive this if someone can heal you in time, but... And then this one is just going to... I can't actually... Oh, it can charge, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to charge in.
Barrels him over.
It does get a minus to hit, though, so there is that, and that's not going to hit. So Rilgo inexplicably just kind of ran forward, and suddenly this pack of spiders leapt on him, 3 of which have been sticking their dagger or like short sword sized, what do you call it, mandibles into it. Okay, so then it's Dorman and
If I could get my
Bergour.
burning hands off, it may be worth it. All right.
Nice. Good God. Yeah.
1, 2, and that's my full move.
Okay.
Well, I was going to ready my axe to attack if they got close, but I don't think they're going to get close to me at all because they
Nope.
decided to get close to
Yeah,
Rillaho instead.
they got meat there. Okay, so Dorman, if you're firing into melee, it's -2.
Yeah, but if he's really going to kill himself, I mean, I'm not going to feel bad.
Okay.
Nope, I don't think that's going to hit.
Okay, that's just a miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then next up is Calidor. Or Bergour is gone. Sorry, Calidor, what are you doing? You might be muted, Jeff.
Yeah, I was eating chips. Calidor, he sees Hirilgo run in there and...
Brother!
He did have his bow out.
Yeah.
Can I move and shoot my bow?
Yep. You can move half your move and then make 1 shot.
I think you can make
Oh, because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can move and make 2 shots because you're a fighter.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I'll fire at them.
Okay, go ahead.
And I get 2 shots, you said?
2 shots.
Well, 1 now and 1 at the end of the round.
Okay, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Are they small or large?
Small. Phew.
Boof.
One's gone. They do not have a second attack. No one else, and it's the unfavored round. So you go ahead and make your second. Oh, yeah, Dorman.
Dorman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't move, did you?
Nope,
Okay.
I'm learning. Oh, yeah!
Okay, nice. Go ahead and roll damage. And then Calidor, go ahead and make your attack roll. 5. 5 is good enough. Boom.
I got it in its
Gone.
eye.
Nice work.
He's not gonna... Keep him from dying. Keep him from dying.
Oof.
Fucker.
So, Calidor, you came within 1 point of hitting your brother.
Would you like the astonishing fortune? We have 4 left.
Okay.
Absolutely, Calidor will do that. Because,
Okay, go right
'cause
ahead.
It's his brother.
yeah.
Yep.
Roll better.
Holy shit,
Oh,
-3.
yeah.
Big hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That was a 19, sir.
Holy
And max
crap.
damage.
Amazing. All right, so this rain of arrows is going down around Rilgo.
That's
then...
a part to do there, people.
This is how I inspire you. I put myself in a position to be rescued.
Exactly.
He is the damsel in
Oh
distress.
God! Totally, yeah. Rescue me from this castle. Okay, I think that's everybody for this round, guys. The spiders don't have a second attack, so we are at the end of the round. Steve is still king of initiative and of tactics. So, Steve, if everyone knows what they're doing, Steve beat my 4.
Ooh, a 4. All right, here we go. Boom shalaka, what's up?
One,
That's
very
right.
nice. All right, so guys, I am acting on a 7.
Rilgo might survive.
There's a possibility.
Despite Steve's best efforts.
There's an outside possibility.
Oh my goodness. You're right now, like, right now it is a guaranteed death. It is possible for when the poison kicks in, if you can get some heals, that you will actually survive this.
Okay.
All right.
Then
Who has not declared their
Druin.
action here?
Dave.
Oh, Druin, great. Okay, so Druin and Bergour, you're up first. Go ahead, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. If you're moving, you could run and do double your move, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to. It makes my AC terrible.
Well, they're attacking you.
Fuck that half-elf.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about
I
that.
didn't put it in those words. I'm just thinking, if they kill the half-elf, they're going to come looking for... Oh, and Druin's in the way now, so... You know.
Oh, but Druin, remember that if you're charging, you should be able to make a thrown attack.
I can throw as charge? I didn't remember.
Yep, charge. So what you can do, you may make a thrown attack as you execute your charge, if you have a weapon in hand, but you suffer -2 to hit on the attack.
So it's a -4 throwing into melee with that charge.
Yeah.
Screw it, we got Astonishing Fortune, right?
What's the worst that can happen? Oh my god, I'm gonna die of the poison. Chunk.
Nope. What would Druin do?
Throws an axe.
AC 6. AC 6 is good enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh wait, that doesn't have the penalty though.
Oh, that actually AC 8 is all you need to hit.
Oh.
So
wow.
that is, even with a -2 firing into melee, you hit. Oh, wait, no, but it's also another -2 from the charge. So that is a miss. Yeah, that does go.
Want to try it again? Astonishing Fortune?
Yeah.
We save one just in case.
No.
Rilgo goes. No. Okay.
No. Okay. So that's in round 1. Round 6. Rilgo, what are you doing?
Really go? Is burning hands at this point? Yeah, you guys already did most of the work. I was gonna take care of this one, but you guys decided to step in, so that's all right. I will burning hands.
Okay, so let's take a look and see what Burning Hands does here. So Burning Hands is when you cast it, a jet of searing flame shoots from your fingertips. Your hands must be held so as to send forth a fan-like sheet of flames. Your thumbs must touch each other, and the fingers must be spread. Burning Hand sends out flame jets of 5-foot length in a horizontal arc of about 120 degrees in front of the wizard, so you're definitely hitting both of those. Any creature in there suffers 1d3 hit points plus 2 for each level of experience of the caster, to a max of 1d3 plus 20. So it's 1d3 plus 4 for you. Cool. And then I get to save for half damage. So I make my saves. You go ahead and roll damage, Steve. I'll make my saves for my spiders. Spiders both lose.
1d3 plus 4.
Plus 4.
Just once? Okay.
Just once, yeah. I'll apply it against both of them.
Oh, that's a 5. That's
5.
Minimum damage.
Okay, so they are hurt.
Not dead.
Not dead. No, unfortunately, I rolled a shit ton of hit points for these things. They are screeching. I will make a morale check for them, though, which they pass handily. Okay, then I guess next up is them trying to bite old Rilgo. So you got your spell off, Rilgo. Let's see here. First attack. Your AC is a 6, you said?
That is correct.
That is a miss. Second attack.
Boom.
That is a 16. That's a hit. Let's check damage here. It is only 2 points of damage. I do need another save. Actually, you're poisoned already. You can't get more poisoned. So you do take... your armor spell is now down, and you take 1 point of actual damage.
Thank you.
Okay. Then it is Dorman, and then Calidor.
Well, I was going to shoot my bow. I'm going to shoot my bow.
Go right ahead.
-2 for melee.
Go.
Oh. Can I
Oh,
start
no!
fortune? Start fortune?
Not on that. Nope, not on a nat crit failure. Go ahead.
I think you're dead there.
No, this just means you may hit him. Matt, make your attack roll on him.
Well, his AC sucks now.
His AC is...
Nope, don't hit him.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a big miss. So, Dorman, once again, fires right past Rilgo's head. Calidor, make your first attack.
Shall he be killed by his brother, perhaps?
No,
No.
nat
No.
20.
Brother's
Oh,
on it.
Boom.
Amazing.
Brother-
Go ahead, roll damage. Oh my god.
Do not threaten the life of my brother.
No
you
kidding.
spiders.
Dorman, your second shot?
Pass?
Thanks, bro.
Pass?
No, I'm gonna shoot him. Too late now. roll?
In for a penny.
Nope.
12.
That doesn't hit.
That was a 6. Yeah, okay, so goes flying. Misses both Rilgo and the spider. Calidor, your second attack.
Another nat 20. That's awesome.
Come on.
Here we go.
Big money.
What?
Minus 1. Big hit
Roll
again.
20.
Roll damage.
Not one Troller to die.
Torched.
Thanks to the scorching that Rilgo gave them, they go down. All right, guys. Now, Rilgo staggers back, and it's clear that he's got at least like 3 puncture wounds on him, and none of you have healing proficiency, right?
Nope.
So what you can see is just there's that like the necrotic tissue beginning to spread around where he was stung. And he's Rilgo, you're beginning to burn up with fever and you feel extremely, extremely weak. What happens next, guys? Do you have any heals left for today?
I do. Steve, are you actually trying to kill your character?
That actually was not the plan.
Okay, yeah.
You were trying to get a burning
Out of game, if you really don't want healing, you could like say something, but I'm not gonna deny you healing.
Got you. It somehow seems wrong, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, he's clinging to life there. I mean,
He's really that is he's the what do you call it, the bard that just won't die. So
Okay, so
good.
Druin walks up and
Yeah.
starts his prayer to Clangadin for healing. You see the silver light shining through his fist, and then he punches you, and it's a hard punch.
Okay, hold on. Before you... So, what you needed... Rilgo is going to take 15 points of damage after the 15-minute period passes. You rolled just enough, so he gets at -9 when the poison kicks in, and he then takes the damage from it.
Really?
So
he's
Steve
what,
goes up to 6,
now?
then he takes 15 points of damage down to -9. Steve, you
That's right.
nearly died.
So
Dorman
when he
picks up his arrows.
takes the poison damage, I'll have to use my.
Check that
Hey,
out.
I have a third healing spell now.
Nice.
Being a second level cleric.
So now you do not need to make that roll, but we will make a mortal wounds check.
Oh, he
So-
doesn't.
and I think
well,
what
he doesn't
happens-
need
so-
to, well, how does he get back up to from
He just gets
-9?
back up to 1 when
He'll
you
get up to
heal him.
1. Yeah. We'll roll in the mortal wounds chart and see what happens. And you've healed him like immediately, so he will have the benefit there. But he did take a shit ton of damage. What essentially happens is you cast that healing on him. He kind of wavers around a bit, and then kind of falls to his knees, and then kind of falls down. And he's convulsing, and then once the convulsions pass after about 10 minutes. He finally kind of lays still, but you can see his labored breathing is still, ragged, but he's not dead, and that's when you bring the healing power of Clangadin down again.
To like get him back on his feet and.
Yep, so let me figure out what the bonus... Steve, what's your Constitution score?
-9.
Tis let's see here.
The score, not the bonus.
Right. Okay. Constitution 14.
Oh, nice. So it's actually, give me a 1d20 plus 3 roll, and then give me a d6 roll, please. So 1d20 plus 3.
3.
Nice.
And 1d6.
Yep.
Kapow.
Bergour was not going down.
Excellent. Okay, so
Nope. Just go time it.
you know what? So
It's gonna have another Valkyrie vision.
yeah, you actually do. What you see, Steve, is very briefly in the period where you were drifting between this world and the next, your elven heritage kind of kicks in, and you see looming over you, and it seems more real to you than what any of your companions do. It seems to be like everyone else sort of is faded out in this gray, lifeless kind of void, and this is what you see, Steve, drifting over you. And this thing seems to have, there are accents and stuff on the... Give me a percentile roll, Steve, actually, please.
Percentile.
I'll check something.
I guess I technically still have one more spell.
I rolled an 8%. Yeah.
You rolled an 8%, which is fucking amazing, because it's 5% per level, I think, that you have as a bard to kind of, like, know stuff.
Huh.
So, let's see here. Just reactions. It's bard. Yeah, 5% per experience level to identify general purpose and function of magic items. I'm extrapolating that out to know a little bit about shit you've learned when you traveled. So, this is something... You see this woman, and you know that the markings... Remember everything I told Hobbs last time? Where, like, the designs and whatever else that are on her robes, it's the same kind of accents and the same kind of aesthetic flourishes that Hobbs's tribe does. Only his is, of course, like much more savage. This is someone who is coming from a much more like a high elf or gray elf kind of background. Steve, what you also know is there is in a legendary of the what do you call it? Of the time of the splintering, when the elves, basically the elven pantheon started going to war with itself. I think Jaden's home, and Emmy's saying hi. Or Anna. It sounds like it. So what you see, Steve, is that this reminds you of basically a clan of elves dating from that time. You can't remember what it is about them that set them different, but there's something from that time that you may want to research further, or you may want to talk to Elanion about it. Okay. But if this is the woman that he saw, like, this has got to be some incredibly ancient spirit.
Research ancient gray elven spirit.
Yeah, so, and then you return back to life with 1 hit point, and she is gone.
And then you get a punch from a dwarf.
Yeah, and then you see, Druin is standing over you. What is Druin saying? What's the first thing that Rilgo sees?
He's like, "Why'd you run past the dwarven shield wall, you dumbass?" And he punches him and gives him another healing.
Aw, thanks.
Little small moments like that inspire my poetic license.
I wanted to use my burning hands, and I thought it would kill the...
You get 7 points of healing.
That poison makes you woozy. Oh, man.
All right. Now, here's an upside, is there are 5 spider bodies that are left here.
Yes.
Hey, does anybody know how to extract the poison from these spiders? Maybe you could use it for your blowgun.
Exactly.
Anyone have any proficiencies that might apply here?
I don't have survival, which I think would be the best, or herbalism, or
I don't think
that
survival would apply. You have to be some kind of like animal lore or something like that.
I've got animal handling and hunting, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Etiquette and heraldry.
Yep.
You can tell what noble house these spiders have sworn themselves to.
They're from the House of Loth.
Yeah, really. Yeah, so let's see here.
Maybe
So
we
that
could-
is, boy, that was exciting.
Maybe we can say that Elanion went ahead and we just like took the heads of the spiders, so maybe he could extract the poison later if they last that long.
Just keep the heads. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, bag full of spider heads on the donkey.
So the
Exactly.
reason I'm going to say no about that, John, is because it's not. There's a risk involved too. Because if there is a failure, then he potentially poisons himself.
Okay.
Like, that's the risk of doing that. But if you guys want to try and just cut the heads off and then see if Elanion will extract them, I'll let that retroactively happen.
Okay.
Because you guys are sort of all traveling together as well too. So we'll say that. Give me a D10 roll here.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Let Elanion decide later to do it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Someone give me a D10 roll, please.
Oh, I'll roll it.
Okay.
Can't be that horrible, right?
Okay, so actually only one of the heads is salvageable.
They
Or
were
you do have
Got
one.
burned up in that
Roasted to-
magnificent display.
Yes, they're burned up or shot or yeah. All right.
Salvador was messing them up. Those were like sonic arrows. Wham!
Nice. Okay, so then that was right near the mid-afternoon, guys. So let's go back to the travel chart here. Oops, shit. Wrong thing. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, then. Apart from that, guys, you do reach the Cutter Brook without other incident. Okay, then you duck in a little bit, and then I guess you guys will have to make camp for the evening. Okay. And that evening passes uneventfully. So, Steve, you can heal another hit point. And the next, let's see here, anything happened? Anything interesting in the morning? Nope.
No one else hurt?
I don't think
No,
so.
Fergal bravely took the damage for us.
Okay.
Exactly.
I could use another spell on him.
Well,
I think he's only one hit point down now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good now. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I remind him to cast his armor spell because he's going to need it.
So let's talk about what the plan is for approaching Heathertop Warren then, guys. What are you thinking here?
Let's not rush in haphazardly.
That's one strategy.
Yeah?
To be more specific, I
another
think
way?
Elaine had a good idea that we could try to find one of the hills nearby and see if we can't, if not look down into it, at least look from a high vantage point towards it and try to see what we can see. Especially if there's another entrance that might not have that bridge over the ravine. Because that's been the sort of choke point that they've been able to hold each time.
Okay.
Druin volunteers that we didn't find their first entrance very easily. It had been hidden. So even if we are up on a hill or we have a vantage point, we might not be able to spot another entrance without getting close. We might need to go in and scout the backside of the hill.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. So, I guess Dave makes a good point. The whole region around there is full of this thick, heather and thick, or at least the area around Heathertop Warren is full of that same thick overgrowth. It's not like it's just around that one area. So navigating around there is going to be quite tricky. And definitely very slow going.
Yep.
So,
Well, and I'm not actually expecting them to have a second entrance because they would be stupid to have a second entrance when they have one perfectly defensible entrance already.
Goblins.
well, it's also trying to find because what you I think quickly find when you try to, you make I guess how are you trying to situate so you're exploring the correct area around where the Heathertop Warren is actually located. By that I mean, because if
We
you
were
just
using the creek as a navigation point before.
yeah.
Follow the creek and then go in. If we're coming from the other angle, how do we know which hill it is, really?
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering is just like if what the plan is to follow the creek along, see where that entrance is, and then like double back a bit and then go in. What you'll find is that there's canyons around that area as well too. So it's kind of that crevasse that you saw that the bridge was stretching across. It seems like this is part of a structure of canyons around here. It doesn't mean that it's impossible to get there. It just means that those will be really hard to navigate because they get up to being 60 to 80 foot walls, very similar to that drop off that you saw.
Yep.
So you're restricted to sort of following the length of the canyons. You can do that still. Like, I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm going to leave it to chance to see whether you find the correct way in and then whether you encounter anything along the way. But, yeah. Is that what... I mean, if there's another way of approaching that, I'm happy to hear. Do you guys have any way of scaling an 80-foot wall?
I've got a 50-foot rope. No. Unless we tied 2 sets of ropes together and people climb.
No one's got, like, pythons or anything like that?
I have...
I don't think so.
I've got the spell Spider Climb, and I have the Spider Climbability, or the Climbability.
Did you prepare Spider Climb, though?
No.
I'm fairly good at climbing, but I don't have pythons.
Okay.
I've got a climb score.
Yeah, I'm a good climber, but I don't know that I have equipment.
Okay,
How
so
dangerous? Did you know how dangerous it is if you climb up really high and you fall?
Yeah, flat.
1d6, I think, per 10 feet.
Noise. I've got a 50% climb walls. All right.
Yeah, and as a reminder as well, the way I'm treating the thief skills, like anyone has a chance of potentially climbing the walls. It's just that the thieves have a much, like for sheer surfaces, you've got a much better chance, and you actually might get a bonus to your thief skill roll from surfaces that have handholds.
These have fingers that get in places and helps climb.
Totally. The
That's
downside
assuming-
being is that I would require a couple of rolls to get up the full length of the cliff.
That's assuming that we get there, we circle around, and we actually find a useful angle to go after. Like,
Well, I think so. It seems like the starting point of finding a nearby hill that we can get to the summit of and see what we can see from there is still a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of partly like if we don't find anything particularly useful out from that, then we don't really have a great option other than go back in the front entrance.
Sure.
but now we
Dorman,
got
you got survival, right? I think you're the only one here with survival. Is that right?
No, I've got direction sense and tracking.
Does anyone have survival who's here? Okay. So, okay. You have direction sense, though, right?
Yes.
Why don't you give me a... I'm going to apply -2 to your direction sense, not the roll, the skill. And then go ahead and give me a direction sense roll,
Okay.
please.
So, change that to a 10 briefly and then roll it.
Nice.
There.
Okay. Then, what I wanted to get a sense of is how you can help navigate the canyons to try and help keep yourself in the. If you do get stuck in the canyons, try and find your way to get there.
Well,
What
I'm a
I-
gnome. I like the ground.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, guys, is basically we're going to sort of talk this through to figure out what the percentile chance of getting lost would be, and then I'm going to make a check on the getting lost thing here, the hopelessly lost thing. And if you guys are successful, then I will let you get to where you're planning on going. So so far, you've got the benefit of the direction sense, so that's helpful. Can you think of anything else that would help you navigate?
trail of dead goblin corpses would be good.
Any burrowing creatures that I could talk to get directions from?
Yeah, I think there's probably prairie dogs or something like that in the canyons that you could probably, because how does your speak with things work again?
This pretty much says I can speak with burrowing creatures.
Okay, but they're
It's the
Prairie dogs know things.
It's like a language I picked up. So.
Okay.
Are
Well, this is
you gonna ask him about the weather? Oh, wait, that's a groundhog.
When's spring coming?
Well,
okay.
it's the only thing I could think of trying. I'm not sure how intelligent they'll be.
Sure. No, I love that. So I think they. Let's see here. What's
How often
your
is it going to come up?
what's your? Because if it's just a matter of being able to talk to them, I will set a reaction roll.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. If it's, I don't have that weird gash in my face anymore.
So beginning.
Plus one.
Yeah, the simple common speech of burrowing mammals is what you can do.
There's still prairie dogs.
Yep.
Have you ever seen a prairie dog sit around while you're coming up to talk to it?
This is where. Okay, so
They're pretty skittish animals.
let's see here. What is your charisma, Dorman?
It's a 13
Oh,
Okay, do you have a reaction modifier?
plus one.
Plus one. Okay.
That's solid.
Okay, so we can picture that you guys are you made your way in past. You're sort of starting to navigate the canyons to get yourself to one of those hills that you think is near where Heathertop Warren is. And Dorman, he stops and kind of gets down on all fours and is talking to this prairie dog. There's probably like maybe 5 of them that kind of like skittering off into their little burrows. And there's one bold one that stops and kind of does that, like standing up on its hind legs. And kind of stops and talks to Dorman a bit. What it describes you sort of, well, I guess, how do you describe what the goblins are?
I probably call them like ravenous, ugly little monsters like to dig holes and feed the huge rats that probably eat them.
Okay, yeah. So it understands that. So it offers some. I mean, it sort of like gives you a direction, really. But between that and your ability to sort of find north, you think this is going to help you with your navigating.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna treat them to like a little sweet snack I got in my backpack. Just thank him.
Okay.
Dried fruit.
Okay. 44. Okay. Anything else you guys can think of that you would want to look for? That you think might help you with your navigating?
Any signs of goblin foot traffic?
In the canyons, I don't. You have tracking?
I do.
Yeah. Give me a tracking roll. Yeah. No goblin tracks down here, but there are other things down here, animals that you're not sure what they are.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anyone else have any ideas?
That's all I got.
My skills do.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of some way that like detect slope might be useful to get a sense of like the gradient of the land. But I think that only works underground for dwarves anyway. So
We're also remember we're thinking it's your creativity as the player that you can try and apply here, not just you don't have to look in your character sheet to try and find. But that's a good idea. Though the slope. Is there anything else you can think of that you'd be looking for?
Any fire or smoke coming from the goblin encampment to help us use it to navigate from a point?
Goblins do love fire.
No.
So let's see here. Okay. Anything else, guys?
So we knew that the actual Heathertop Warren itself had a like magical component in the way that the hedgerows were grown.
Yep.
Would we be able to like use like a detect magic spell to have a sense of like which direction that is, even if it's not like right there?
No, I don't think so, because it really what detect magic allows you to do is sort of like in an immediate vicinity figure out what things are giving off a specific magical aura.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It doesn't sort of work quite as that nebulously or that far away.
I didn't prepare it either.
Oh, well then.
yeah, that's a moot point.
Well, I mean, we got Steve. Hergo. He might have
Yeah.
done it.
Anything else, guys? If not, I will have you guys select one amongst your number to give me a percentile roll.
Who will it be? Let's roll to see who rolls.
Who's feeling lucky?
Well, I think Steve's burned through his luck already. Bergour, you're the unofficial leader of the party. You do it.
Okay. 1d100.
Yes, please.
That's not good.
No, that's actually good because
Oh.
what we're rolling is for your chance to become lost.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. So
must
guys,
become lost to be found.
give me a sec here. There we go. Where is it? Where's how the top one? Here we go. Let me set you up on a place where you can get a bit of a vantage on this.